Civic Media News. I'm Terry Bell. Here's what Wisconsin needs to know. Airports in Wisconsin are getting a share of $34 million from Washington for upgrades. The airport in Appleton is getting $3 million to add on to its terminal building. The airport in Madison is getting $6 million to fix up its taxiways. The Wisconsin Supreme Court hears a case today brought by a conservative activist who wants records opened in order to find ineligible voters. It's the latest attempt by people who question the outcome of the 2020 presidential race to cast doubt on the integrity of Wisconsin elections. Donald Trump appears to be managing expectations about tonight's debate with Kamala Harris. Melissa Kay has more.
At a rally in Mosinee on Saturday, Trump told 7,000 supporters he won't be treated fairly. He offered a potential preview of attack lines and accused Harris of covering up concerns about President Biden's health. Tonight might be the only debate between the two. Melissa Kay, Civic Media News.
People still making up their minds about their choice for president have plenty of opportunities to size up the candidates. UW Green Bay political scientist David Helpap encourages voters to do their homework.
Check the facts, go to news sources, reputable news sources. There are some nonprofit organizations out there that try to provide good, nonpartisan, unbiased information.
Tonight's presidential debate coverage begins on many civic media stations and online at 7:30. Wisconsin wildlife officials are encouraging hunters to get their deer tested for chronic wasting disease this fall. Testing helps scientists understand CWD better. Public health officials say people shouldn't eat venison from a deer that's tested positive. Hunters should also tell the DNR about any sick or dead deer they come across. Pro-Palestinian campus groups at UW-Milwaukee are no longer suspended after students were cleared of all criminal charges that they engaged in hate speech. The chancellor's office says none of the social media posts in question were actual threats against Jews or Israelis. One group says it will keep pushing UWM to break ties with Israel over the war in Gaza. I'm Terry Bell, Civic Media News. Now, here's what you need to know closer to home.
For WRCE News, I'm Joanne Krulotz. Yesterday morning around 8:10, the Sauk County Sheriff's Office was notified that a body was located washed up on a sandbar in the Wisconsin River, approximately 2 miles downriver from where a swimmer from Richland Center was reported missing September 1st. With assistance from the Spring Green Police Department and the Spring Green Fire Department, the body of a male was recovered from the river by the Sauk County Sheriff's Office. The Sheriff's Office is working to positively identify the man and make notifications to family. His name will be released at a later time. Wisconsin airports are getting federal funds for projects. The $34 million comes from a Federal Aviation Administration program that provides grants for the planning and development of public-use airports and improvements related to enhancing airport safety, capacity, security, and environmental concerns. Projects receiving funding include almost $6 million to rehab paved taxiways at Dane County Regional Airport. Today, we take a final look at the feasibility study done by Venture Architects of the Richland campus. Kyle Knoth of Venture Architects shared that perhaps the building in the best condition on the campus is the gymnasium building. The building also serves as the central utility plant.
I would say the pieces that are different with this, it has this massive athletic floor, and the floor is in just extremely good condition. That's a very difficult thing to keep maintained as that way. And we checked out all of the lockers, and those are all in really good condition.
Venture Architects found that the building would function well for athletic and training purposes. The renewal cost of the gymnasium building and central utility plant is $1.89 million, with a replacement cost of $9.7 million. Venture Architects also did a feasibility study on the Richland County Courthouse and Health and Human Services buildings. The 167th Vernon County Fair will be held Wednesday through Sunday at the Vernon County Fairgrounds in Viroqua. Wednesday is Exhibit Day. Also on Wednesday, there will be a 911 tribute at 7 and a Murrah Rose Remembrance Walk honoring lives lost to addiction at 7:30. Thursday will feature an antique farm tractor pull at 6, followed by a farm modified truck and tractor pull. The Little Britches Dairy Show will be held Friday at 12:30, and in the grandstand at 7, the Badger State Tractor Truck Pull will be featured. Horse pulling will be Saturday morning at 9:30, followed by a youth tractor pedal pull at 11, and a demolition derby will be held in the grandstand Saturday night at 7. Sunday will wrap up with harness racing at 1 and a pie auction at 3. Daily admission, excluding grandstand events, is $10 for adults 16 and older and $5 for seniors 65 plus and children 6 to 15. Children 5 and under are admitted for free. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation is hosting a public involvement meeting for the Wisconsin 130-133 Bridge Project today from 4:30 to 6 at the Lone Rock Community Building. This event gives you an opportunity to learn more about the upcoming Wisconsin 130 closure, preparations to open the new bridges to traffic, and demolition of old bridges. The meeting will have an open house format. You are welcome to attend at your convenience. If you have any questions, contact Greg Brecka, Wisconsin DOT Project Manager, by phone at 608-245-2671 or by email at gregory.brecka, that's BRECKA, at dot.wi.gov. A Grace will offer Bridges, a professionally led virtual grief support group for adults who are grieving the death of any loved one, Wednesday from 9:30 to 11 via Zoom. Pre-registration is required. Call 608-327-7110, and that's what you need to know. I'm Joanne Krulotz.
The Packers will have to get by without QB1. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kuska with Sports, filling in for Mike Clemens. Jordan Love is expected to miss 3 to 6 weeks with an MCL sprain, and head coach Matt LaFleur says they won't risk anything with his injury.
If he gets cleared, we'll give him every opportunity, like we always will. And I know he's doing everything in his power. I know he's spending a lot of time trying to get back as soon as possible, but certainly we're not going to put him in a position where if he can't protect himself that he'd go out there.
On Sunday, it will be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Indianapolis Colts as each team seeks its first victory. Wisconsin football plays Alabama this week, and head coach Luke Fickell says the defense will need to play smart.
Sometimes, and these are the situations where, guys, you can't be thinking about the big plays. You got to be thinking about the real consistent, sound things, because if you get out of place on a team like this, and in particular a quarterback like this, there's some really bad things that can happen.
Kickoff is at 11 a.m. Saturday. And tonight, the Brewers begin a 6-game road trip in San Francisco. Filling in for Mike Clemens, I'm Jimmy Kuska for Civic Media Sports.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. The summer blockbuster season might have come and gone, but the franchises are still providing big box office returns. Beetlejuice led the way at last weekend's box office with $111 million at the gate. The Tim Burton-helmed film starring Michael Keaton, Catherine O'Hara, and Winona Ryder is the third largest opening weekend for a film in 2024, according to Deadline. The film is already in the black just from its domestic opening weekend alone, as it cost $100 million to make. The film had an impressive haul on Sunday with $27 million, despite the opening weekend for the NFL. Deadpool and Wolverine is showing incredible legs at the box office, coming in at second place with a take of over $7 million. Ditto for Reagan, the Ronald Reagan biopic starring Dennis Quaid, that claimed the third spot with $5.2 million. Alien Romulus took fourth place with a $3.9 million take, and the surprise hit It Ends With Us rounds out the top 5. The Blake Lively film took in $3.7 million for its 5th week in theaters. What the show Friends brought in comedy, it lacked in diversity, according to actor Adam Goldberg. The Saving Private Ryan actor played Chandler's roommate Eddie for 3 episodes. Goldberg, who is Jewish, said the lack of diversity on TV at the time was insane, and says he was a Friends snob because of this, and declined the role when first offered. In retrospect, he said he is proud to be part of the show's legacy and loved working with the late Matthew Perry. If Springsteen fans are wondering why the boss's bandmate and wife, Patti Scialfa, has been on again, off again since 2018, it's because she revealed she's been battling blood cancer. The information was revealed during a documentary that premiered at the Toronto Film Festival about the boss called Road Diary. The 71-year-old Scialfa joined the E Street Band in 1984 and married Springsteen in 1991. Road Diary will be available to stream on Hulu and Disney October 25th. Eminem fans take note, the rapper will open the Video Music Awards. Eminem is nominated for 8 awards. On his last VMA appearance, he shared the stage with Snoop Dogg in 2022. The last time he opened the VMAs was 2010. Deadline reports that if Eminem wins even one of his 8 nominations, that would make him the most decorated male video music award artist in history. He has a total of 67 nominations, which is second only to Madonna. The Video Music Awards will be broadcast Wednesday, September 11th at 7 p.m. Central on the MTV networks. There is nothing like a good snubbing. In this year's Country Music Awards, Morgan Wallen leads the field with 7 nominations, 4 for an album called I Had Some Help, on which he collaborated with Post Malone. Notably absent from the CMA nominees was Beyoncé for her album Cowboy Carter. Cowboy Carter was number 1 on the country charts for 4 weeks. The 58th Annual CMA Awards will air November 20th on ABC. For more showbiz fun, tune into Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Mostly sunny today. We'll get to around 82 for a high this afternoon. The wind out of the south at 5 to 15. Tonight, partly cloudy, 56. Tomorrow, sunshine, 85. Then on Thursday, mostly sunny and warmer with a high near 88. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable. Currently, it's 54.